This is our remote control operator. He sits in our remote control operation center, the RMCC, Remote Monitor and Control Center in Boca Raton.
Oh, really?
And he oversees the route. He can take over the operation of the vehicle, actually. When the vehicle is in a mishap situation, that's where our software comes into play.
So there's a safety person on board, and then there's somebody in Boca running this. That's crazy.
But that's crazy. But we want to replace, of course, the safety driver and have in a 1-to-N relationship, one remote control operator to many vehicles, and that control operator at the moment can monitor and take control over vehicles in a 1-to-5 relationship. One operator to 5 vehicles. But we want 5 to be 10, 15, 20, of course, right? So that's what, when the better our software is, the better we have that number of safety vehicles.
So how do you keep it from hitting people, places, and things?
Places from what?
How do you keep the vehicle from hitting things? How does it know how to steer through an intersection?
We measure the round, right? There is a LiDAR system, and there are cameras in here. I think it has 7 LiDAR devices. We measure the round, right? And we are constantly measuring that the vehicle either stops, go around obstacles, or whatever. So the vehicle is trained to do that. So the software will recognize permanently where's a vehicle, whether car pulls in or pedestrian comes across the route or whatever, and then it stops it. There's the same thing what you would do in your car, but faster.
But faster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so this is a pilot program scheduled to go for 3 months. What do you hope to get done in those 3 months?
Do you like the ride? Look at this, how smooth that is, right? So, the 3 months we collect data, we see the occupancy rate, how many people are using it, what their feedback is. And then, of course, we want to see also, is that a possibility for urban transportation services, right? And do people actually use it, right? So that's what we try to do, and then based on that pilot project, we extend, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the discussion which we have with Related, Ross, and the city. They are very visionary on that, what they want to do. And so since 5 weeks, we are operating it already in a test pilot. Now we are going to do another 3 months, and then we have a plan to extend that, right?
And so the route is really just through all of City Place and the Bright Line train track, right?
That is a .9, so almost a mile, kind of an 8 route, right? And most thousand point is Bright Line, where we were, state number 1. And then the most thousand point is City Place, in the City Place area. So that was chosen by the city because that are the hotspots, right, where people take their vehicle, right? Mm-hmm. So we could do any route. I mean, we just need to train the software, and then we test it, and then we opt to go. Yeah.
So I was with the city of West Palm Beach, and they were out with the vehicle a few days ago, and one of the officers mentioned he came to an intersection, and he was there first, and the trolley waited on him to go before it would even go through the intersection.
Yeah, I mean, we are here on a T section, right?
Yeah.
So it will wait, and then when it's free, you will see that here. Now it moves.
It just did it.
Yeah. So your question was answered by the action, right?
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right? So, but this is how it should be. And when now we were with Armando earlier here, and a car pulled out of the parking lot, right? Mm-hmm. But it reacted immediately. You cannot react that fast.
Human,
right?
you mean?
A human.
Yeah.
The sensors are faster, right? So, and it's not only the sensors there, the cameras, there's also the LiDAR system. So there are many, possibilities.
So you said West Palm Beach is the first town to get one of these in the United States. Why did you pick West Palm Beach?
Well, first of all, our headquarters in Boca Raton, and we have our first customer is Jacksonville Transportation Authority up there in Jacksonville, and people were looking around and see what are alternatives for public transportations. And they knew about us, right? We are in Boca Raton headquartered, but they knew about us and they reached out. Jessica Keller reached out. We did a test ride with her, and she said, why don't we do a pilot program?
That's awesome.
Very fast, very fast. Because she had written and she rode a lot of vehicles. and she liked that the most.
Awesome.
And therefore we are here. That's what it is. And then we did the test program. We went to many hoops, right? And so we are here, right? So it's another super smooth ride here, right? And whatever happens, the vehicle will recognize it. When you use it the entire day, you feel, okay, I don't need a driver. And of course, we have a safety driver right now.
And that's mandatory, right?
Mandatory by NHTSA, but we would like, Connor to be in Boca Raton, sitting in Boca Raton in the office.
And how do you make that happen?
That's what Andy does right now, right? That's what, when NHTSA gives us the permission to do that, to tailor operate and to oversee the vehicle, then we can do it.
What's the organization?
NHTSA, the National Highway Safety Administration.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
So and then Connor would be in Boca, and then we would have real autonomy, right? There's nobody, just a human in the loop, sitting somewhere in the world. Andy is in Boca Raton, but he could be in Europe anywhere or in South America anywhere. So for a couple of months ago, we operated that vehicle in Boca Raton from Estonia in Europe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this remote monitoring control center, what we built there, is kind of NASA style. When you visit us in Boca Raton, you will be blown away by that center, what we have there. All technology you can imagine we have in there, and that's where Andy sits right now. And he gets an alert when there is something going on, and he sees from all the AI input that something is happening. There's a patent which we have, it's called Predict and Prevent. This is a patent, granted patent. And we can predict things before things happen. And then, of course, we take action, right? So there's a lot we can do. Our mantra is we make autonomous vehicles safer. That's what we try to do.
Anything you want to add before we go? Our trip's almost done.
No, I really would encourage everyone who's here, please test ride the MiCa and give us feedback on this. So give the city feedback, give everybody who knows feedback, because we really want to change urban mobility with autonomous vehicles.